Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you caught my last reel, you know we talked about how mortgage rates aren't going back down to 2.5% anytime soon. So today I wanted to dive a little deeper into why that is and what it means for you if you're in the market for a new home. So let's start with the basics. The days of those rock bottom 2.5% rates were a result of some pretty unique economic circumstances, mainly the pandemic and the Federal Reserve's response to it. They lowered rates to keep the economy afloat, but as things started to stabilize, those rates began to climb back up. Now we're seeing those hovering around 7%, which might seem high compared to the recent past, but in reality, it's not as bad as it sounds. So here's a little history lesson. If we look back over the last few decades, you'll see that today's rates are actually below the 30-year average of about 7.73%. So while it's easy to get nostalgic about those 2.5% rates, the truth is they were an anomaly. Historically, rates have been much higher, like the eye-watering 18% we saw in the early 80s. So what does this mean for you? First off, it's important to understand that waiting for rates to drop back to those historic lows might not be the best strategy. Sure, rates could dip a little here and there, but experts agree that a return to 2.5% is highly unlikely. Instead, we're more likely to see rates stabilize around current levels. Now, I know what you're thinking. Should I wait to buy? The answer depends on your personal situation. If you're in a position where you're ready to buy, locking in a rate now could be a smart move. Remember, you can always refinance later if rates do drop, but waiting too long could mean missing out on your dream home. And let's not forget, buying a home is about more than just the interest rate. It's about finding the right place for you and your family, building equity, and creating a space where you can make memories. But here's something else to consider. While interest rates might seem high, the housing market itself is stable. That means if you're thinking about buying, you're entering a market where home prices are more predictable, and you're less likely to face the crazy bidding wars we saw not too long ago. Plus, if you're renting, you're probably dealing with rising costs there too. At least with a mortgage, you're building equity in something you own. So, in short, don't get too hung up on the chasing the lowest possible rate. Instead, focus on what you can control, finding the right home, getting the best possible deal, and locking in a rate that works for you today. Rates drop in the future, great, you can always refinance. But waiting for rates to drop back to those 2.5% levels could mean missing out on opportunities that are available now. So thanks for sticking with me through this deep dive. If you have any questions about the current market or need advice on buying or selling, feel free to reach out. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, share this video with anyone who might need a little clarity on the whole interest rate situation. I'll see you in the next one.